we. But then you ask him, who's we? When you're referring to we, are you referring to the little punchers that you pay a little couple of £100 to smash windows? Your speedos? You know, these snitchy bumperclark type individuals? Do you get what I'm saying? So he's terrorising. He's not even terrorising. He's attacking people that don't break the law. So you've got someone that consistently breaks the law all his life for a multitude of reasons, whether it's battering a girl, smashing her car up like he does now with all these people. You've got someone that consistently breaks the law. He's about 37 years old, he'll probably be in prison by the time he's 39 again, right? This is how he is, and he's targeting people that don't break the law. So who's going to win in them situations? Do you understand what I'm saying? Again, bully tactics. Picking the right victims when he wants to pick on them. When his views are going nuts, he'll use every tactic under the sun, because he's one of them. He's like, you know, for 10 years I've been observing him from a distance because he's been attacking me from up close. So you get a better view from a distance, and he just basically replicates one of them people, one of them like Turkish handsome men that contact like white old British women and encourages them that he's their hero and he's this and he's that, and send me money, I'm starting this project up, send me money, I'm starting this thing up, send me money, I need to go here but I can't get me And behind the scenes, this is what he does. Do you get what I'm saying? To loads of insecure women, and he knows that the majority of the women was watching him at the dogs and the pets, so he pulls on their heartstrings with some little mutt. When he got his use out of that and he seen it working as what it could do, he bailed it, moved on to his next thing. Don't forget, he's on his toes. He escaped in a helicopter during his first year when he got the dog and done all this sort of stuff. Shit on everyone along the way. You know, that decent woman wrote her, tried to assassinate her character. Let's not forget who the criminal is. Let's not forget who's always targeted people in this horrible, possessive, stalking way. But he sits there and says, we. Who's we? Who have you got? None of your family liked you. Your brother went, however, because of you. Your ma and your kid, your baby's mother doesn't want you near the child. So scream like you're this big father figure, big gangster. You're a fraud. Everyone around you, look at them. They're not from Liverpool. If they are, they're brand new off TikTok. Only round you because of whatever. But you look at them same individuals, fake teeth, bullshit lifestyle, behind the scenes, when you get to really understand who they are, they've got iffy situations going on there. Everyone else is like Dave Darren, Speedo, you know, people that like to get twisted on a weekend drunk and that. It's always you getting round you. And if that's the we you're on about, well, then no one's really got a problem. Anyone can spend dough and get windows smashed. And that's really the difference, people, with a helmet like that and someone like me. When I turn up on your doorstep, it's not to smash windows. When I turn up on your doorstep, I could have got a 20-year-old, manipulated him, give him a few grand to kick your door in, not get a bar and go into jail, like you would. But I don't. I'll come and do the act myself. I won't risk no kid. And that's the major difference between me and a shithouse like him. And you ask anyone in Liverpool, because he's not unlike 9 out of 10 kids in Liverpool. 9 out of 10 kids in Liverpool would turn up to your gaff and deal with it themselves. They wouldn't neglect the teenagers or abuse them. You got dickheads in here having a straightener. Do you think he's going to turn up for a straightener? Do you know how many times he's been offered a straightener? Do you know how many times he's lied about attending to turn up to a straightener and he just never? He's a shithouse, like I've had to address it because he's made serious threats. I weren't aware of the video, but do you remember when I got the threats to life warning? And 4 weeks ago I got a threat to life warning. I'm thinking, alright, who's coming after me now? It's only Blair on social media screaming all these mad threats. That's why they've come with that. It's no big naughty firm coming to get me. It's because I've got a Blair self-snitching. I've done it in the past, but I'm genuine. You know, when I'm screaming, I'm coming through your that's their deep thoughts. He's not, he's just thinking he's gangster. Fool. You ask any serious kid in Liverpool, he can't go back to Liverpool. If he does, he'll sneak in for a little 12 hours and right back out again. I can go into Liverpool. I know my risk. My risk is 10 times more dangerous than his risk. But I'll still go into Liverpool. You're going to see me in Liverpool a lot more this year. And up north. Starting with this week. To be honest with you. Yes, L. Perry. So I know my risk. I know what I'm capable of. I know where I am. So does he. He's been sharing my address for 2 years. Sitting there, no one knows his address. Shut up, you shithouse. Just go and manipulate all them women, lad. Go and manipulate all them naive women that you've got pulling their emotions left, right and centre. You're a mess. You know, you're smoking 20 biffs, 40 biffs a day. You're not training. The only time you're losing weight is when you're on the AO and taking steroids. And you still look like shit. You talk a big one, but you're not a big one. It's simple as that, lad. Were you in Nick with him? Are you messing? Do you think he would have lasted in a jail with me? When he goes to jail, he gets put on the Fraddle wing. So when you see videos of him and he's in cells with these weird looking people in the cell with him and he's buzzing off them, there's a reason why that kid in the cell with him looks weird. Do you get what I'm saying to you? People who's been in jail will know. But you see him when he goes to jail, he's not on normal location. He's a Fraddle. Gets sedated. Gets put down a segregation unit. From the segregation unit onto the protection wing. While he's on the protection wing, he thinks he's a gangster. Gets all the Fraddles that's hit the numbers. You know, do you know what the protection wing is? There's one in every jail. And all the suspects, all the wrong ones, all the ones that get in debt, all end up on this wing. Full of Fraddles, full of suspects all over the gaff. That's where he goes. So when you see him, look at the majority of his videos when he's in prison. He's in a little cell by himself. Or he's got a suspect in the cell with him. Where's the boys? You know, where's the gangsters and that off the wing? Where's the proper boys? They're all over the jails. Why aren't you sitting amongst them? Why have you got some little Fraddle? And don't say because the boys don't want to get on the phone. The boys have got their own iPhones on their wings, all on the phones every day. Why aren't you with them? Why are you on the protection wing for 11 months and then getting out thinking you're some big armoch and inventing a story? And escaping the country. Shithouse, mate. Shithouse. I'll shut up about him now. You know, if you can't see through it, think about it. Sits there and dyes his beard. He's got fake teeth. He goes on the sunbed when he's not abroad. He's had his hair done here. Have you not noticed? He's had his hair done. He gets Botox. He puts makeup on and gets his lips done. Is that a man to you? You know, it's a bit on the feminine side, all that stuff, isn't it? Get what I'm saying? He is what he is. Has been for years and years. Shairlifter. The taker. Probably the giver now. You know, he's had the experience. Excuse me. But let's move along. Let's get rid of these little rats. Who? Exposing yourselves, aren't you? Off, you little weasels. Yes, Paul. Yeah, so ignore him. Hey, he is what he is. You know, if you're going to sit there and think he's a gangster, ignore these legit kids who can't do nothing and have got to shut up. You know, they've worked hard for the cars. They've worked hard to establish themselves on TikTok. You know what's funny? I've watched people, since I've been on TikTok, watching people like the Birdman. And they've been supporting the Birdman for ages. And they've been watching him, backing him. The same people are now bullying the Birdman. Not bullying him, you know, just jumping on this helmet bandwagon towards the Birdman. And this is what he's dealing with. You know, the majority of the people that watch him have got no backbone. The majority of the people that watch him and give him money are basically paying for acts of crime amongst these legit kids. So when you've got people gifting the Stalker, the money he's making off this is being paid to people to smash windows on cars of decent creators on the apps that you've watched for years. All of a sudden now you're paying a criminal from Liverpool that can't go to Liverpool because he's a victim. He can't go to Liverpool. End of. That's why he's never there no more. And he's paying him. And the money he's making, he's then sending to little smackheads off estates or little coke fiends to smash windows. One's a Scottish kid called Gareth. You know, that's his main little... But that's what he does. And when he starts losing his click, you'll see him just pop out on a thick... Because he has 4 day weekends, you know, like cokeheads do. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come down Sunday. He's probably intense on the Sunday, just trolling everyone. Come on his live, glasses on, sitting there, wolf with his outcoat on. Oh, Sunday, starts just hating on everyone. Just come down. He's a scumbag lad. He's like all them cokeheads. What are cokeheads like? And he's a cokehead for like 7 or 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. So you grasp what I'm saying. You know, he's had a lick of the pipe and that. You know, he's touched the stone on a couple of occasions in these parties and stuff. Do you get what I'm saying to you? You know, he's frazzled. But his sunglasses and his fake tan and his dyed beard and all this gives you the perception that he's something that he's not. So yeah, real people on this side, junkies on that side. You know, he's got a big crowd when he shouts we. There's nothing about we. There's nothing to do with we. He hasn't got a we. He's a loner, but he's not like me. He hasn't got the morals of me. If your kid was lost in Spain and he weren't on TikTok, you'd take full advantage of him. Can you help me get home? Yeah, but you'd have to do this for me. On TikTok, can you help me get home? Yeah, how much do you need? Oh, look, this kid needs money. Not on TikTok, you blur. What are you giving me? See, what you need to understand about this Stalker kid is he doesn't like people outside Liverpool. He doesn't like no kids from outside Liverpool. They're all dickheads, woolly backs. In his mind, they're there to be taken the piss out of. He's not like a normal Scouse fella who see past where you're from. He's not one of them. You know, if you're from Wales, he treats you as second class. If you're from Manchester, he hates you because you're a mank. Do you understand what I'm saying? But on social media, you're alright, mate. Yeah, how are you, else kid? Away from social media, he hates hates. He doesn't like the Irish and all that, mate. The way he went over to Ireland and that, thinking, who did he go with? Where's his we? Where's his group of Scousers going there with him? Where are you all? Where's your big firm? You sit there proclaiming your big connected gangsters. You've got a few helmets that'll get a couple of grand off you to smash car windows. Couple of grand to smash car windows. You can get bodies dropped for that in Liverpool nuggets. At the same time, the offer's there for you. You know, you've got all these travelling ways. You dropped through Birmingham before you went to Ireland. You could have just sent me a message. Could have came, could have met you, snapped your chin, put you in hospital, and then that would have been it. You could have got on with your life and targeted someone else. Unfortunately, the longer you leave, the interaction that we're definitely going to come across. It's like I've been saying to all these people, the world's a small place. I just haven't explored it just yet. I'm going to come across you, and it won't be intentional, but the reaction will be intentional. I don't need to proclaim or scream about. It is what it is. You're definitely going to meet me, just like English and just like Marvin Herbert. Yous are definitely going to come into contact with me. Don't sit there on coke, getting drunk, smoking bifters, thinking you can pay a gang of rats to smash windows and come and damage me, because it won't happen that way. You know, at least get yourself in the gym so when I do come and pull the jaw off you, you can have a scrap. You're able to stand on your feet for a little 10 minutes before gassing out because you're smoking 20 biffs a day like a... So I'll leave that with you. Use people that try and put them on a par with me, put them on a same sort of level of pedestal that I exist on. Don't even attempt it. He's not unlike me. Absolutely not unlike me. He's not like the Scousers I'm like. You know, he's not from the real south end of Liverpool, if you get what I'm saying. He's not from L8. He's not from them districts. He's from, you know, borderline Liverpool ways. You might as well call him a Birkenheader. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a decent Birkenheader, but when you've got a dickhead Birkenheader, that's what he is. So peace out till 5, shout. You can run, but you can't hide. It's a small world, mate. It's a very, very small world. Just like me. I know who I'm going to come across. And I know I need to be ready. So I know if I don't get my arse in that gym every day, if I get set up on due to these people, I'm going to get wasted. If I keep myself ready, if I get set up on by these people, I'll have a good fucking go, and I'll probably knock one out along the way, get myself a little reputation. But I know I'm going to bump into the Darren Sills. I know I'm going to bump into the Paddy Bimblets. I know I'm going to bump into the Chrissy Farleys. I know I'm going to bump into these gangsters. I know this. I'm prepped up here for all this. You know, this is part of me stepping back into Liverpool. You know, you're seeing the shit what was happening coming out of Liverpool. Imagine the shit what's going to happen when I'm coming back in. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Amy's saying psyched up for it. It's not even psyched up for it. It's just ready for it. Just ready for it, aren't you? As I say, when you're preaching a powerful message and you've got the poisonous, dirty devils from the streets stopping that message because one's fearful of losing his life. Not because of me, because of my daughters. But the way I see the future, Our daughters have got no future on the streets of Liverpool if someone like me is not willing to risk his life to make the point. So if I'm in the city centre of Liverpool and you get a few nuggets want to risk their freedom and risk my life, they can do. The message is going to stand. My legacy will remain. Get stronger. How I conduct myself in such situations, which will determine what way I go in life. If I lower my standards down to your devilish ways and cut your face and take your jugular out your neck, which is easily done. Once you've got that skill, you've got that skill. It doesn't disappear. You just decide not to use it. And that's where we're at with the message, choose a life, not a knife. Want to get yourself viral? Come at me in the city centre. Say what you want. Make me viral. Make me relevant. I'm relevant anyway. I haven't even tried to be extra relevant. Just me going into the city Liverpool with a camera team screaming choose a life not a knife will go viral. Why? I'll have a few old rats bombing down on the surrounds. They'll just get ripped off the bike and thrown all over the gaff. Then you'll have Darren and his little dickheads from the Rotunda gym coming down like they're policing the city, and they'll just get told straight, shit house, why are you coming with your firm? You've been called out 3 or 4 times, why didn't you come alone? Why are you turning up with these athletic men that snort drugs? Dickheads. Do what you do and hurry up. Get on with it. If you don't kill me, you're dead. See you in a week. That's the mentality I've got, isn't it? I know what I'm dealing with. I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And I've never clickbaited. People call me clickbaiting. Why? Because I'm speaking about Darren Till. How's that clickbaiting? Think about it. What's the clickbait? A few views. Come on, sort your heads out. Have I ever been asked about subscribers and this and no views? Hence why I get loads of platforms. Not about that with me, is it? Understand why they started getting screamed about in the first place. Yeah, well, let's look at Paddy Pimblett. Iconic individual from the UFC. Screaming about men's mental health and how we need to protect the kids and how we need to feed children. At the same time, he's sitting there with the killers of a young woman. Sitting there saying nothing about his best mate, Sean Zeese, or whatever his name was. I'm fuming, mate. Hang on, you. Why aren't you speaking about what your best mates have done? Bang, he didn't like it. Okay, sounds. But when you're upset these stables of people, it's that group thing. You know what I keep on screaming about? It's that group mentality. If I upset him, and he's been in this stable of men for 2, 4, 5 years, automatically, instead of these seeing where I'm coming from, instead of these men seeing, hang on, he's coming from a legitimate angle there, though, you know, what he's raising, they're all automatically switching on me. Look at him making on Paddy. No, I'm raising a legitimate problem here. How are these iconic individuals getting blurted all over the paper representing Liverpool on a universal scale? The images of Liverpool, your Darren Tills, all these individuals, and the deep in organised crime in the city that's killing kids and women and destroying communities. And you want me to just sit there like another shuck member? Go yourselves, couldn't give a f*** you're connected to the kin of hands. So I still sit here now, assessing the whole situation, going, I'm not at fault. If I was coming from a hateful angle, okay, you know, he's a hateful, cancel that, he's naughty and he's just coming out with horrendous shit. And over the years I've said some horrendous shit about people and I've been cancelled for it. But then a year later, what I was cancelled for was, oh, he's in the paper, it's been given 20 years. Oh, he's in this, da-da-da-da. So everything I'm saying about these cunts, At the time, I'm getting looked at, just, oh, he's just hating. 18 months down the line, here they all are, nicked on EncroChat. What I'm screaming 3 years before has just come true. Oh, but no one's bringing it back up now. They all wrote me off, telling me it was this, when I'm screaming about it. Now it's proven. Oh, so it is what it is, mate. And you're always going to have that dynamic when you're screaming about the organised crime groups on your streets. You know, let's look at the organised crime groups in the city of Liverpool. Let's see how many murders they're responsible for. Doesn't matter if it's that organised crime group's dropped 3 or that one down there's dropped 1. The point I'm making is they're all dropping bodies and no one gives a and it doesn't matter what city you're in. Does it? It doesn't matter what city you're in. There's young kids being shot dead. There's girls being harmed in crossfire. There's mums' doors getting kicked in. There's young girls being manipulated to be a drug dealer's girlfriend, getting pregnated and getting off, and then the family's getting tethered. And this is happening in the thousands in the city of Liverpool, where young girls are getting absolutely groomed, manipulated, left in a mess, and bailed. And when they try and scream about, hang on, you can't do this, smashing windows on dads' houses and mums' houses. Some dads are getting weighed in, some dads are getting slashed. This is what happens when you're speaking about serious stuff, isn't it? So let him scream, the stalker, about whatever. There's a reason why I've got dangerous people trying to kill me. He's not dangerous. There's a reason why dangerous people have tried to kill me in the past. It's not because I'm a wrong. It's because I'm screaming about the bullshit they're doing on our streets. If you think that's being a wrong one, you're in the head. If you think your estate and your community is a good place for your children to be raised in the future, yeah, it's alright if you manage to make a little mill or two, but your head's gone making it. Your kids are still damaged, doesn't matter what kind of house you're living in the suburbs in. It's all destruction, it's all damage, it's all trauma. And it doesn't happen to you, it happens to the generation under you. I'm going to come off and come back on. And I've spoke about the most dangerous individuals that you've just seen lifed off in the last 3 years from Liverpool. No one would say a word about them. No one would say boo to them. I wear a shithouse, never have been.